I used to hype myself up every morning, but that meant nothing without action. I do think that self-love needs to be practiced. I think that every day you should wake up and and self-love looks different from person to person and depending on the way you want to live your life, if you're living in a masculine or feminine way. I think a masculine way to live life is to wake up and say that you are the man, that you can accomplish anything that you set your mind to, that you are the person that's going to get it done, that nobody else can get it done but you. That you are the person that's going to take action and initiate and organize and lead the way. And if you live like that, and again, it goes back to what I was saying about self-esteem, about self-confidence, about trust in yourself. Because if you do that, and you don't want to be all talk and no action, you don't want to be all bark, no bite. If you talk big, you can have an ego, but I don't think it's a real ego if you back it up with action. If you talk big and say you're going to do all these things, but not in a braggadocious way, in a way that is true to how you feel and true to what you actually are set on doing, regardless of what anybody else thinks, if you take the action and do that, you're going to build your self-esteem. And when you walk away from that kind of conversation where someone puts you down, you're not going to be fazed. What can they say that isn't going that, okay, maybe because we all have insecurities. So that's what is going to hurt the most when someone pokes at your insecurities. But the thing is to realize that those insecurities aren't going to help you. And that positioning yourself in a way where you're the man and realizing that insecurities come from a low place of not being good enough in some way, either through comparison with others, comparison with where you expect to be, you need to roll with it. You need to have your own sense of inner approval. You need to be able to say, I did that. Good job. You need to be able to pat yourself on the back. Or at the very least, not tear yourself down. And both worlds can exist. You need to emotionally pat yourself on the back while also logically saying, well, I could have done more. Now, if you couldn't have done more, if you truly gave it your all, then, you don't need to do that. You shouldn't rely on other people's approval. If someone's saying, you didn't do what you said you were going to do, it should be almost like an inner voice saying that to you as a reminder to say, shit, I didn't. I said I was going to do these things, but then I didn't. I broke that promise to myself. So it shouldn't be a approval seeking from others. They might not even give you approval, which is fine. But they might give you the shit because you didn't do it. You didn't do what you said you were going to do. Which I think is a fine motivator, too. So you're not doing it for other people, ever. You're not doing it for their approval or disapproval. But it is a reminder to yourself, and hearing it from an outside source confirms and verifies that. You need to be your own self-governor of your actions, whether or not you took the right actions today or not. And after that, it doesn't matter. After that, it's like a notification reminder from other people, which can be helpful, but isn't the foundation. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, you can watch the full version right here.